Alright, hello, it's me. When we left Silas the Professional, he had gone into a chalice because it was there. And he's still there. Probably will be forever. So, the interior of this chalice, or the, area beneath the Arnhem through which we were able to enter due to the chalice, or something, is a Thumaru labyrinth, or something. And layer 1 of it is now completed, possibly defeated. That's actually the elevator back up to layer 1. So this then, logically... Ooh, I've used almost all my blood vials in here. Gotta use another one. So this, logically, is layer 2 of the... Let's see what it has within it. Well, can't go that way. There are spikes here. Mist. Always very dangerous. Oh, it's just a brazier. Oh yeah, I can actually kill it. Nice, I never actually realized you could do that. Learned something important today. Whoa. Someone angry is nearby. Oh. Okay, it's one of these glowing, or it's two of these glowing red guys. And in fact, the fact that there's two of them is significant because red dudes are, I believe, conjured. They are produced by someone ringing a bell. I'll be back for that treasure. I've got to stop the summoning. Wow, completely bad quick step there. Seems like the summoner is in that direction. Alright. It's rather like the necromancers in the catacombs in Dark Souls. This situation. You know, necromantic in concept at least. Well, bells are actually strongly associated with necromancy in various mythical traditions. Or at least in this one series of books I once read. Which is, you know, mystical, if not exactly traditional. Aha! Ow. Oh, I can't underestimate just how fast those things are. Oh, and they get made in groups. Wow. Bastard of Loran. A holy chalice ritual. The traditional rite curse defiles dungeons. It seems like you can... So, yeah, here we are, the Thumerian labyrinth. So, it seems like these dungeons... This one is not randomly generated, I think, but, what? Well, okay. Well, some of them are. And you can adjust the parameters of the generation by doing things. I think you use materials that you get from the Chalice dungeons to make more Chalice dungeons. It's all very procedural content. To me, it is not what one of these games is about, this sort of thing. So, what I'm going to be doing is... I'm playing through this thing until I can, you know, defeat and escape it. Then I may well ignore Chalice dungeons unless I find a compelling reason to do otherwise. They seem like, I don't know, endgamey, I've run out of stuff to do kind of content. So this does not lead to the summoner. This is a side passage, but... Actually, there's no but about it. It just straight up doesn't lead to the summoner. So I won't go this way yet. Go towards the summoner. It's just a bad idea, basically. The red enemies might be They're not strong exactly, but they definitely add up. This is the wrong way also, isn't it? Apart from having blood vials in it. That, you know, increases the relative brightness of the way. Okay. I should really get into the habit of quick stepping toward... Fuck! Oh, yeah. Okay, so those guys... They're not as short ranged as they look. They attack quite fast, and unless your reaction to being attacked is immediately putting yourself out of range of an attack, they'll chain into killing you quite quickly, so they are dangerous. This reinforces for me that you've got to kill the summoner. I'm not going to be... Also, what is happening there? Multiple times this has happened now. So I'm really not going to be coming out of this place with, like, positive blood echoes. I've lost thousands here, in effect. Although, you know, not really losing so much as failed to gain. It's possible that, as I progress, I'll find some cool stuff. I don't know just how many layers there are. I hope not very many, because it's just not as compelling as, like, whoa, hello. So let me explain what I object to about Chalice dungeons. The core loop of a Souls game, such as Blood Souls, or Dark Blood, or whatever you want to pretend it's called, is you explore, you try things to get through some sort of challenge. You probably fail the first time because the challenges are hard, right? But you learn. You learn to be better at the game in general, and you also learn specifically the enemies you're fighting and the areas you're moving around in. That's particularly important in Bloodborne because so you notice I haven't been parrying these guys. That's because I haven't learned their parry timing, and perhaps I should start trying. I've been thinking, am I going to fight them a lot? If I'm not going to fight them a lot, it's not worth taking some deaths and some hit point losses to learn how to parry them. Whereas if I would be, it is. And that's kind of like, that's how you progress in the, well, you progress in the game by literally progressing, like, you know, unlocking shortcuts and getting keys and things, but also through knowledge. So, in these Chalice dungeons, while there is a form of progression in that I believe if you get through the dungeon, you essentially get to open another dungeon, and there will be new types of them, and they will grow more challenging and yield more loot, I guess, over time. This is seemingly, as far as I know at least, entirely separate to the actual core game. It's just like progression in a direction you never knew you wanted to go, and in fact, it turns out maybe you don't want to go in. That was not a parry, but it was a stun. They've got relatively low hit points, so maybe shooting them is worthwhile. I'll just make myself some free bullets here, so that I can try it out a little more. So, while you get that form of progression, it's just like totally orthogonal to the rest of the game, so kind of pointless except if you're doing it in and of itself, which you might do like if you love the game and you've finished it and you want something else to do, procedural content. Okay, if I finished the, like if this was like a post-game thing, I could see that bit being attractive. But then the other thing of like progression via knowledge and you know, experience, quality of play, that is just like totally thrown out when you have procedural content. Like the attraction, a big part of the attraction of the games is brilliant design of enemies and levels and the way they work together so that they are hard but fair with like smooth difficulty progression, and that progression is by learning. That's all thrown out once you make it procedural. It's kind of not the right thing to do, basically. Seems like the double axe guys, the hooded ones, it seems like if one of them gets a hit in on me, I can't even dodge away at that point. So there must be some way to recover from being hit once. Well, possibly not. Possibly what you got to do with those is not put yourself in these situations. But yeah, see, all this knowledge I'm gaining, this is kind of outside the normal structure of the game. It feels like it's being wasted. Yeah. I am having fun, but it feels like, probably partly because I'm doing it, because I'm like let's playing this video game, it feels like I'm kind of wasting time or doing some sort of digression and like, you know, pumping up the video hour count, etc. Maybe that's fine. Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. Feel free to let me know of opinions. So there's one of the ones I don't care about, and one of the ones that usually kills me. By usually kills me, I mean when I die it's usually because of one of them. Not that each individual one kills me all that often. Well, maybe that's not so. Maybe I have in fact been dying to them most of the time that I see one. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? Like... Alright. Turns out you can unring that bell. Got some bullets out of it too. Part of what made the necromancers in the Catacombs Dark Souls a cool, fun, but difficult but fair challenge is you kill one of them, they actually stay dead. Oh, wow! So yeah, they actually stay dead when you kill them. I don't know whether that's going to be the case for the bell ringing summoners in this place. I guess either option is fine with me, really. Like, the presence of those guys is not the problem with Chalice dungeons. It is fine on its own. They're not quite as tough because there's not all the environmental stuff there was with a necromancer. I think permanent progression through these areas actually comes through lever pulling. See? Unlocked. Yo, wow! Ouch. I don't know if I should go back and kill him or just take advantage of the fact that I've unlocked a door. Dying your way through something. It reminds me of the like not as good feel in Dark Souls 2 where you could actually just kill some guys so much they stopped respawning. That sucked too. So this central room, right, if I walk into the actual crossroad there, it's going to summon people at me. So that's why I've stopped doing that. If this wasn't a procedurally generated side dungeon, I would go back there and like learn how to fight that guy and work out whether indeed the bell ring will respawn, but that stuff just doesn't matter. And I don't like that it doesn't matter. Oops. Rolling is effective and poison is effective. I don't have any poison. I've got antidotes, or maybe I do have some poison I haven't really checked in a while. I've got some numbing mist. That probably counts as poison. I also have some Molotov cocktails. Wait, grants short-lived beasthood? What does that do? Oh, I have a poison knife, actually. What is short-lived beasthood? are beasts. We just don't know. Nope. Nice. 3 peoples. Oh wow, it's these guys, but like more of them. Alright, so learning to fight them would have probably helped me. I see they're merciless watchers in reality. Not sure what's so merciless about it. Watching is like... I guess mercy in the context of watching would mean you chose to stop watching someone. Which is not really a big deal. Perhaps they are merciless and also watchers like kind of separately. Whoa! Yeah, that was an attempt at parrying. It didn't work out for me. Oh! I mean, that's fine, like a death in a boss fight. But, notice how, like, one of that guy's attacks took off almost all my health? This was also the case for the single one of those I fought alone in the previous room. Now, I don't know whether that's because, for example, I've got a, glass cannony build here where I haven't put points in vitality. Or I don't know whether it's because, like, my stats are low for this part of the game. Like, that's another issue with the Chalice dungeon itself. Because of this kind of side content with, like, an alternate progression, I don't know at what like kind of level of power I'm meant to be at or whatever. So I don't know if I'm weak 4 here or anything. Maybe you're expected to finish most of the game and get some very tough armor which makes you hard to hit or something, and then do this area, like a random theory. I do not know. I think I'll try and fight them by basically getting individual ones alone and dodging them a lot. That won't work so well with the gun guy. Does he only shoot? If so, he might be quite easy to kill up, in fact. Does he have a melee attack here? Nope. Oh, there's 3 of them all together there. I should actually take the opportunity to, Wow. That wasn't what I wanted to take the opportunity to do. Unless I was stupid. Which you can make a case for. If I go up here, if I can lure the melee ones up here, the guy won't be able to shoot me because there will be solid brick in the way. Seems beneficial. Of course, the melee ones are more dangerous. Unless you successfully parry them. Oh no, they're also still quite dangerous because they've got tons of hit points. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, where's he gone now? They must have regathered somewhere. Might as well pick up those 0 blood echoes. Can't hurt. Or help. This is a fun fight. Like, this bit on its own, apart from the thing of not knowing about stats, but now that I think about it, that's like an issue you have in Souls games all the time. You're just like, so is this a stat check, or like how am I possibly supposed to ever do this? And the answer is always no. It's just like, no, you could have done this at Soul level 1. You just weren't very good at the game. It's like literally true of everything, given you could, beat all the games at Soul level 1. Or I guess, blood level 1 in this case. I parried him, right, but I wasn't able to follow through because I was too far away. I've had this problem a number of times, and what I've got to do is I've got to get used to like quick stepping towards people. That is likely to be the way to solve that problem. Now that I wouldn't have wanted to try to parry since it might have like killed me. Alright. I wonder if, so one of those guys uses only ranged attacks, right? Does that mean he is unparryable? I don't think I've ever parried a ranged attack. I don't think you can. It's too far away again there. But you know what? I got some hits in, so that was still good. Like, fuck. Parrying is still good even if you fail the visceral. What's not good is attempting to parry, failing, and then taking hits. Or attempting to parry, thinking you've failed, not taking advantage of it. That's also bad. I wonder if these things are afraid of fire. They haven't got any cloth on them, so probably not. Well, running low on consumables here. I've consumed them. Good thing is the enemy's running low on hit points. I consumed those also. Nice. Hey, I got a Thumaru Root Chalice. What's that? Already got the Thumaru Chalice. Root Chalice that breaks multiple labyrinth seals. Used in rituals to break old labyrinth seals are said to change the labyrinth's form each time. Right. So these are the ones that give you randomly generated dungeons as opposed to randomly generated once then fixed or whatever. The old labyrinth is carved out by the Thumerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the eldritch truth. I've seen that before, that text. It's not clear to me what a Thumerian is. Like, is it one of these guys? I don't know. Hello, messengers. Hey, I got quite a bit of insight for winning that. There are rewards here, like you get, you know, souls and insight. I'm guessing if I progressed a long way through here, I got lots of them. So this is interesting, actually. I'm low on blood vials, I'm low on mortars, I'm low on bullets, etc., etc. Here's my question. Is that because I haven't been refilling them from my stash? Does that happen only in Yana? Or was I in fact quite low on blood vials due to the travails of the blood-starved beast? Here's my second question. Having lamped out, will I be able to return? I don't know. Hey.
Welcome. What is it? Over time, it all. Farewell, good. May you find.
Let's check out this stash or storage, as they technically call it. Oh. Number held, stored 0. Okay, so blood vials and bullets, those do restore themselves automatically from the stash. I just, didn't have very many. Ah. But Molotov cocktails and antidotes do not do that. That is of interest to me. cool, I guess. Sort of. Let's repair that. Not fortified that. Blood gems. I don't have any new ones, do I? Just the old temperament and adept bloods. Oh. Oh. That's really good, I think. It's level 7 instead of 2, I guess. Okay, so here's a reason to have been in the dungeon place. It's like plus 10 damage. What, seriously? Like, let's check my status here. Right hand weapon 1 attack, 138. Alright. And then I'm all like, fortify with blood gems. Indeed, I see a tempering blood gemstone, parenthesis 2 here also. 1.4. 10.5. And now I'm all like... right hand weapon 1 attack, 156! That's like 20-ish damage bonus. That's good. Wow. Huh. Okay. I think I got those high-level gemstones inside the Chalice dungeon. So they clearly have, I guess, good loot, statistically speaking. That's something. What is a beast blood pellet? I'm gonna find out at some point, I think. So, I can return, it appears, to the Sumerian Labyrinth. I guess in order to use a root chalice and create a random dungeon, I would probably have to remove the current chalice and possibly lose my waypoints? Lamp points? Lamp posts? Nani? I'm not certain, but that seems plausible. Well... I've described my misgivings, and I've been mollified slightly by improved statistical bonuses. Let's continue on to layer 3. But not yet.